Hello guys, it's that time of the year again and it's counting to 5 months before the launch of the iPhone 16, and here are 5 things I'm going to talk about. There are some whole lot of speculations and there are rumors coming out. So if you go on YouTube, you go online on Twitter, X, that people talking about it. Some of these rumors sometimes they are true and sometimes they are not true, but until in September, which is 5 months away now, before you get to know the real thing. But here is the thing: if you want to get an iPhone 15 now, this is the right time to get it. Or maybe you just have to wait till in September. You just go for the iPhone 16. We're just going to talk about the rumors and the features on the iPhone 16 now. And then there are some certain things that we are talking about, and then there are some rumors going around like the display, the new button, and stuff like that. So let's just talk about three key things, three key features that they are going to introduce on the iPhone 16. First, they have talked about the larger display, especially for the Pro and the Pro Max. So, the iPhone 15 Pro came with 6.1 inches, and then the iPhone 15 Pro Max came with 6.7 inches. So now in the iPhone 16, we are going to experience larger display. So instead of having 6.1 inches on the iPhone 15 Pro, you are going to have a 6.3 inches. And then instead of having a 6.7 inches on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you are going to have 6.9 inches. So are the different changes kind of upgraded from the display, the size of the iPhone, but the base models still remain the same thing. So we heard about the rumors actually. And then you have new capture buttons, you have action buttons still remain on all the iPhone 16 models. And then you have faster chipset, you have vertical camera buttons for standard models, and then you have Wi-Fi 7. So now I'm going to talk about two things. Personally, for me, I love the way we're using our phone in recent years. I love larger displays. So I'm using the iPhone 15 Pro, and I upgraded from the Nothing Phone 1 to this phone, and it kind of feel a little bit small for me. So upgrading from something like this 6.1 inches to 6.3 inches is not really bad for me. And then for people who love something that looks quite bigger, I think 6.9 inches, it's not really a big deal, because the way we're using our phones now, we are using our phones now more than we even using our laptops. Most times people edit videos, create content, edit content on their phone. So if you're having larger displays on these things, I don't think it's something that it's bad. And I mean, there are still other options there as well. If you don't really want to go for the bigger sizes, you can as well just go for the Pro models, just that. And then you have another thing I'm going to talk about, the camera design. Since the introduction of the iPhone, the Apple has tried to stick with one design, especially the camera, until the iPhone 13. Then they changed the camera design, diagonal design, like the camera design became diagonal for the base iPhones. And now we are seeing some rumors that the camera is going to go vertical. I don't know how true that is, but one thing I'm going to talk about is if the iPhone camera is going to change vertical, I mean Apple is going to make some ugly cameras, because I think the design of the diagonal design of iPhone in recent years has become like a design language. If you're holding something like that, and I mean, it just shows you that this is Apple, this is an iPhone. But there are a lot of people who love the iPhone, the base models of the iPhone, starting from iPhone 13, just because of the camera. And then changing something like that, which makes you separate this, and then you just have two vertical camera bumps here. It's like most Android phones have this kind of design, especially the Samsung and stuff like that. And I mean, is Apple truly getting into the Android ecosystem design? I don't know, because Android phones have sort of had this kind of design for a long time now, and getting something like that, I don't think maybe is, I don't know, but they need to optimize or make it very unique before people will be able to appreciate that. Personally, for me, something that is going to look very ugly, because trying to deviate from their usual design and then get something that looks different, like something that's we've been using on the Android phones for a while now, especially the Samsung and stuff like that. So that's just it. So you have larger display on the iPhone 16, so it's Rumoured, and then you are going to have changes on the camera design as well. So those are just the key features we're expecting on the iPhone 16 launch in September. So are you going to get one of the iPhone 15 now, or you just have to wait for iPhone 16? Take your take down there. Don't forget to like my videos if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.